As I sit here by this creek, watching the water slowly trickle through beside the dam, I'm reminded of how life often mirrors this very scene. We all have times when our energy, our motivation, seems to run dry, when the flow we once had no longer cascades over the edges of our ambitions. The waterfall isn't there today, but the water still finds a way, trickling through, sustaining the creek below. Life is like that. There are seasons when we don't have the abundance to overflow, when our efforts don't seem to produce the abundance we once hoped for. These are the dry seasons, inevitable and challenging, where the energy and creativity we once relied on seems to evaporate. But even in those moments, there's still something moving, something pushing forward. That small, steady stream that finds its way through the cracks. It's a reminder that even when we feel like we're running on empty, there's still a part of us that keeps going, that keeps giving life to what's downstream. Dry seasons in life are not a sign of failure or the end. They're a natural part of growth. Just as the earth experiences drought, our lives, too, go through phases where the abundance we once knew seems to have dried up, leaving us in what feels like a barren landscape. But these dry seasons are not devoid of purpose. They are essential to our journey. In the stillness of a dry season, we're given a chance to reflect, to dig deeper into the reservoirs of our inner strength. It's during these times that we are called to rely not on the overflowing, obvious signs of progress, but on the quieter, more subtle movements within us. The trickle of water that finds its way through the dam, despite the drought, symbolizes the small, often unnoticed efforts we make to keep going, to keep pushing forward, even when it seems like there's nothing left to give. These seasons teach us resilience. They show us that even when we're not at our best, we still have something to offer. They challenge us to look beyond the surface and recognize the value and perseverance in continuing to move forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. In these times, we learn to trust in the process, to have faith in the dryness won't last forever, and that the rains will eventually come. But dry seasons do more than just test our endurance. They prepare us. The earth, during a drought, adapts and changes, often emerging stronger, more resilient, and ready to flourish when the rains return. In the same way, our dry seasons are periods of transformation. They strip away the excess, the distractions, leaving us with the essentials, the core of who we are. It's in these moments that we reconnect with our true selves, rediscover our deepest values, and redefine our purpose. This flow may not be as spectacular as a waterfall, but it's just as important. It nourishes, it sustains, it keeps things alive. In our own lives, we might not always be at our peak, but even in our quieter moments, we have the power to move forward, to make a difference, to keep the stream of our purpose flowing. And when the rains do come, and they will, my friend, they bring with them a renewal, a rebirth. The seeds that lay dormant during the dry season begin to sprout. The rivers that had slowed to a trickle overflow once more, and life, in all of its fullness, returns. We too will find that after enduring a dry season, we emerge with a new strength, a clear vision, and a renewed sense of purpose. So when you find yourself in a dry season, when the waterfall of your life seems absent, remember the trickle. Remember that even a little bit of flow can make all the difference. Embrace the steady, quiet progress, and trust that this is just another part of your journey. And know this, just as the creek will see rain again, just as the water will one day overflow that dam, so too will you find your energy, your motivation, your passion return. The seasons will change, the rains will come, and you'll once again find yourself flowing freely. But until then, be proud of that trickle, for it's the persistence in the dry times that prepares you for the abundance ahead. Now, I did write this after I sat at that creek, but I did sit there and reflect on things and kind of just waited to see what came to me, and it was this message that came to me. So I thought I would share with you that message, because I'm kind of in that dry spell right now. You know, as I sat there and I watched the minnows dance across the surface, fight up that little trickle that was coming through. The minnows were flying out of it and they were swimming back up it. It reminded me that, you know, everything's a cycle. So just remember, keep moving forward, keep flowing, and trust in the journey. Your time to overflow is coming.